Hey everyone, it's Peter with the Garden Family. It's November 11th here in my Southwest Ohio Zone 6A garden. And today I am going to tell you about the two main things you have to do to be successful with fall broccoli. So the first thing you need to do is get your timing right. This can be really hard because a lot of this starts in the middle of the really busy summer garden. Here in Ohio, we always have a target to start our seedlings indoors before the end of July and to plant them outdoors before the end of August. We start them indoors because it's so hot outside here during that time frame. These cool weather-loving plants do better germinating indoors and having their initial growth in the relatively nice 70-degree weather inside the house. We need to get them out by the end of August because most broccoli and other brassicas require approximately 60 days to maturity, which means we will be harvesting them by the end of October or early November. So the second thing you need to do to be successful with fall broccoli is to modulate the microclimate or the temperature that the broccoli is growing in. Broccoli prefers cool weather, so think daytime highs in the 60s to 70s. Now some of you might already be thinking, well, I'm planting it in August, it's super hot here. It's really hot here in Ohio as well. So these broccoli plants were planted out under a shade cloth. We planted ours out August 28th under a 30% shade cloth. It was actually 95 degrees Fahrenheit when we planted them, and they did really well underneath the shade cloth. Without it, they definitely would have either died or bolted. Now that shade cloth is going to stay on your plants if the daytime temperatures are above 80 degrees Fahrenheit. As soon as you drop into the 70s, you'll go ahead and take that shade cloth off. During that period, usually in mid-September for us, the only thing on our broccoli plants as far as a row cover is an insect netting to prevent cabbage worms from laying their eggs on the broccoli. But as we head into late October here in Southwest Ohio, we start to get some cold weather coming in. And anytime you see nighttime temperatures dropping into the low 30s or high 20s, that's when we transition the insect netting to a light frost cloth. For us, that was super important to keeping our broccoli alive, as we had 3 days in a row where the low temperatures dropped 24 degrees Fahrenheit, and generally your broccoli plants are not going to survive without some sort of protection once you get into the mid-20s. You can see that some of the leaves that were touching the frost cloth have significant damage due to those very low temperatures, but the rest of the plant that was protected by the frost cloth is doing well, and we've got these nice big heads of broccoli. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest this one right here, and I will show you what it looks like. The stem is so thick I can't even get my clippers on it. There we go. So there you have it right there. Beautiful head of broccoli. We are going to enjoy this for dinner. And we got this because we followed those two rules. Getting your seed started before the end of July and getting these in the ground before the end of August, and keeping them cool in the hot part of their initial development in late August, and keeping them warm as it gets colder at the last part of the development in late October and early November. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer them. And if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing for more gardening content like this. Happy gardening, everyone.